Hello and welcome to Meditation with Kimberly. Today we're going to talk about forgiveness, particularly about forgiving ourselves. Something that I have been working on and realizing stops me personally is all the ways that I hold on to things that have happened in the past. So it could be something as simple as how I treated somebody. It could be something as simple as telling a white lie. It could be bigger things. It could be doing behavior that doesn't feel ethical, that doesn't feel moral. Um, all the ways that I hold on to the behavior that I do not feel is aligned. This is really important. I kind of pause because this is really important. What feels aligned for me in my behavior does not mean it will match what aligns with you and your behavior. So, like for me, any form of lying, I automatically have this like huge internal reaction, and I usually have to clean it up pretty quickly. Some people can tell white lies, can do exaggerations, and they don't have they don't feel a thing about it. For me, I grew up in a family that had a bunch of lies and lies that were different, like hiding things, not telling the whole truth, withholding information, making things seem different than they are. So for me, lying is super sensitive and I'm very, very aware of it. And it's one of the ways that I believe that I am um, creating positive karma for myself is by choosing to not lie. So that's just one example, but there are ways in which that I have had to really look at my past and really forgive myself so that I can actually move forward. What we don't realize is every time we don't forgive ourselves, we just drag all of that, let's say guilt, shame, whatever it is, we drag it along with us. And it makes what like life in the present moment really heavy and hard and almost more difficult to maneuver, and we don't really realize why all the time. So today we're going to work on self-forgiveness. We're going to do a self-forgiveness meditation. And here's what I want to say. If you have some like big thing that you've done that is really hard to look at, is really hard to be honest about, maybe don't work with that in this moment, but work with small things. Work with, for me, there's a few things like I lied to a friend and I lost her as a friend. That's one that I can work on. I also just, when I was going through my divorce, I did some behavior that's really hard for me to look at and be honest about. It includes drinking, it includes like all these things. And so, like, I am going to be working on those things, and then you can work on a few things. And I just want to say, choose one or two things. We're not going to spend a ton of time here. If we had a retreat setting where we could spend a week on it, oh man, that sounds so yummy, doesn't it? Um, Maybe I'll do that at some point. But today we're going to just work on one or two things, and maybe just one thing. Think of one thing that if you really let it go, if you really forgave yourself, that it would actually provide space for you to move forward. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. So just go ahead and close your eyes down if that feels good. If it doesn't, find a place to hold your gaze and elongate the spine, crown of the head moving toward the ceiling. And then just beginning to let the body relax, finding this beautiful balance of alert and relaxed. And I can think of this balance the same in forgiveness. Forgiveness does not mean letting ourselves off the hook. Forgiveness is an acknowledgement, a feeling of all of the emotion, maybe the hardship, the challenges that it caused others, that it's caused yourself, a real like tapping into empathy and compassion, learning, and then committing to move forward in a way where that learning actually is put into action. So maybe you stop doing the behavior, or maybe you learn to communicate a little better, a little sooner. Maybe you commit to not exaggerating, whatever it is. Whatever it is for you. Remember, you are different than me, so your forgiveness practice has to be different than mine. So continue to elongate the spine, let the body relax. Letting the face muscles relax, the forehead, the cheeks, the jawline. Letting the shoulders relax. Letting the belly fall open. Letting the hips get heavy. And then right here, finding the breath. Finding the inhales, finding the exhales. And just paying attention to the breathing, getting connected to this moment, to your body. And before we start, I want you to just think of one quality about yourself that you really like and appreciate. One quality. So it can be superficial and like something that's on the outside. So I like my hair or something like that. Or it can be an attribute of your personality. I'm giving, I'm kind. Just sit and think about one thing that you really like about yourself. Notice how it might be difficult, but keep focusing on it. Staying connected at all times during this process to your goodness. Letting this goodness feeling grow. I even like to whisper before doing meditations like this, like, I am good. There is goodness within me. I am good. There is goodness within me. And now bring to mind the things you want to begin to forgive yourself for. Remember focusing on one thing or maybe two things. But really see it. Put yourself back in the situation. See what occurred. What did you say? What did the other person say? Where were you? What were the consequences of your actions? Consequences to yourself, to the other. Notice any body sensations or emotions. And we'll begin by just asking, can I let this be here? Sitting with the truth of what happened, the consequences, how I feel, both in the body and in the mind and the emotional body. Can I let it be here? Just as it is. And then bring yourself to mind. So keep feeling what's arising. But see if you can see yourself. And if you can't see yourself, maybe place a hand on the heart to feel yourself. Can I let this be here? Touching yourself, feeling yourself, seeing yourself. Begin to whisper, I forgive you. 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 And say anything else that you need to say. I see you. It's okay. I forgive you. Whatever is right here that needs to be said. I love you. I'm here with you. I forgive you. Now ask yourself, what have I learned? What nugget, what golden nugget am I taking forward with me? What has this taught me? How has this refined my being? And gently just look into the future. If you really learned this lesson, what would look different in your life? If you really walked forward today, letting go of the guilt, letting go of the resentment, the shame, and you walked forward, holding this golden nugget, letting it inform your actions, your decisions, what would it look like? What would be different? Now say thank you to the situation and imagine that you let it go. Thank you so much for coming into my life, for teaching me. I don't need you anymore. I'm going to let you go. I forgive myself. I want to move forward. And imagine you continue to just think it and let it go. Think it and let it go. Thank it for the lessons. Thank it for the refinement. And let it go. Letting the body fully relax and just be still and silent. Notice how you feel, notice what's coming up. Not judging it, just noticing. Knowing that we can do this exercise and meditation and practice as many times as we need. Letting go is a process. When things arise, we can forgive ourselves, take note of the lessons, and let it go each time. It's not a one and done. It's an everyday walking, an everyday traveling, allowing what arises to arise, and learning to attend to it all. Like little weeds in the garden. Daily we attend to it, creating space for new things to grow and blossom. May each of you know peace from your past. May you know self-forgiveness and self-kindness. May you be free from suffering. Gently beginning to move the body. Just checking in with how you're feeling. Let the eyes flutter open. Coming back into the space. Taking some deep breaths. Noticing the quality of your heart in this moment. Knowing that every moment we have the opportunity to practice self-forgiveness. Knowing that we can set down the heaviness. And we can do it over and over and over again. Even if it's a slow lightening of the load. Until next time.